Analysis, poem and poetry, philosophy. Love philosophy summary. Water from fountain run into river, which in turn join together in the ocean. Likewise, the winds of heaven are always and forever mixing with earth's author and with deep and beautiful feeling. Nothing in the world is single. Actually, everything is connection according to the divine law. Wins the status that's all thing connects tone their spirit separate, and if that is the case, why soul mingle and connects with you? Look at the way that mountain kiss the heaven, and how the waters abrade one another. A family follower that ignored the love of its male equivalent would never be forgiven. Sunlight abrases the earth and moonlight kissing the sea. But what does it all mean? What is all this connection? What word if you will not kiss me? Love philosophy is a playful seduction poem, poem in which the speaker, two hands traditionally been thrown off as a main, but to gender is in parts. You first speak. You first specific. Try to woo their prospective lover by pointing out the way that natural in general seem to follow a divine law that decided universal mailing and connected path. More concretely, the speaker used the tender key of natural to come together, river flowing into the ocean, the mixing of the winds is the key to our that the physical intimacy between people is simply following the laws of natural assumptions. The speaker and the address saw from their own physical union that is haptic or at large kiss. The poem used this deliberate logical structure to make its argument. Art stanza point out evidence from the natural world of two beautiful natural elements coming together. These examples are designed to make the coming together of the speaker and their lovers. Their forms seem like the only logical thing to do as well as beautiful and natural. In the first stanza, for instance, the speak point out the way that fountain become river, with in turns join up with ocean. These different bodies of join up with join the bodies of water mingle, meaning they all make together. This is the first example of the key idea of the poem Philosophy of Love. Nothing in the world is single, and accordingly the speaker asks why should they and their prospective lovers similarly mingle. The poem is littered with other examples of this intermingling between natural elements. In line 9, Mountain Kiss. The sky in line 10. Purpose collapse onto one another. The speaker uses flower as noter. Example in line 11 and 12. Specifically looking at the way flower pollinate, literally a form of reproduction. The speaker then further asks that about exemplars equilibrate not just the way things are in nature, but that nature is just one part of a world go finite by a law defined that demonstrates that anything in the natural, spiritual and emotion works must make and mingle. In other words, the speaker suggests that togetherness is a kind of godliness, not just a natural law, but divine one too. The speaker uses language that in way but sublime and not support this idea, referring not to the sky but always to the heaven, while the sunlight and mountain described as cleaving and kissing. The earth and sea can be seen as representing the union between things of natural nature and things of even. So, as the speaker given that this coming together is not just the way the words work, but the way in which it expresses. It's precisely how cold The two of them, the speaker and the addresses, note follow suit. The speaker even present about as a kids of duty if the word is full of divine uh, togetherness. It does the word deserve not to join in their own natural and divine union. What is all the sweet word? What is the beautiful unity of the word? Would if two kiss not me. Sally, silly poem first into a long line of seduction poem in, in which the speaker follow a concave, playfully presenting evidence of their argument in the attempts to make keeping together the only logical responses means well to what degree the speaker actually believes the argument being made, to what extent the speaker was actually believer in a defined law describing sex as a beautiful natural art, or rather just wants to seduce an object of desire is never made totally clear. Of philosophy summary analysis, everything you need for every book you read. Love Philosophy is the poem by the British romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley, first published in. The poem is a king of seductive argument of varying from of a divine law. They desport the speaker and the person termed the speaker is addressing soul become connection to dominated by its central concept that love is gift of union, reflected in the natural and spiritual realm. The poem has more in common with words by 17 or culturally metaphysical poets such as John and Atreus Marvel Coy Mistress that with word by the romantic poet of Shelley. They and it date to Shelley other poem. John incarnately concocted images and metaphor. Poets like Donne and Marvel sought to make one accept acceptance of an amorous proposal seemed like the only logical response. The same approach adopted by Sally here. Read the full text of Love Philosophy Summary. Water from fountain run into river within churns join together in the ocean. Likewise, the which seven are wild and forever missing with ours, other and with deep and beautiful feeling. Nothing in the world is single. See there, this rhyme is active in the poem, line by line explanation, analysis of love philosophy. Line 1, 2. The fountain mingle with the river and the river with the ocean. Love philosophy jump right in by establishing its main conceit, which is essentially that nature is full of examples of togetherness and union. Line 1 and 2 present the first example of this conceit discussing the way that the flow of water represents both separate elements and ultimate togetherness, that is well fountain, river and the ocean are separate bodies of water. These all mingle and become one. The poem use of the example of water flowing together is the first step in and evolves to argue that all things in nature and the world are connected. This argument is also reflected and supported in the structure of this and other line in the poem. Line 1 is a jabet. These two lines are connection sorry connection connecting it soundly to line 2. Like the water, these two lines are both separate entities and at the same time Anna discloses in this two line tone the use of river at the end of line 1 and the beginning of line 2 underscores this sign of love and togetherness. Though the speaker has yet explained why it is point about the connectedness of things are important. These two lines are laying the metaphysical groundwork of the coming argument that is it is divine law reflected in natural for all things to be connected, including for human being to be physically and emotionally intimate with one another. The the associate I soul in this line also help to build the sense of unity and togetherness. The fountain mingle with the river and the river with the ocean in just two short lines. Then the poem has really started safely making its case that all things but are and should be connected. The fountain mingle. I'm sorry. While love philosophy had designing slightly to the sound of its matter. Technically speaking, it is quite complex. Most lines are written in line of four syllable tetrameter with a few notable exceptions, and the confining metrical foot of the poem follow the stressed pattern of the strokes. However, this poem also contains a good bit of verification. Overall, the use of inciting and extra syllable at the start, known as catalytic. This pattern can be seen in the opening two lines of the poem. The fountain mingle with the river and the river with the ocean. The first line, 9 syllables with catalysis inserting an initial you trace it syllable from there stated you stated thrombic continue down the rest of bad line as as a result. This line gained an interesting metrical symmetry in which the two lines function as mirror images. In the first line begins with an asterisk syllable, then alternated bits with stressed U till in R's on and You stress it, syllable, and then syllable, while the second start with the stressed syllable, and then alternative until it ends on the stressed syllable accordingly. This line have a flowing sound befitting the subject. Water that in describes line 3 and 4. Then does actually the something. In both stanza, the line that marks the way and the point helps lies the that for stresses. This provides against of cancel relief from the ongoing argument of seduction, but also allow for the speaker to make the case that their argument is ultimately very simple. Why not? Why not? I will time if two kiss not me. These two theoretical questions, for example, are made to seem all the more obvious precisely because of how simply they are presented. The full four spaces in the line are not necessary. In just two short lines, then the poem has already started, simply making its seductive case that all things about art and soul be connected. Line 3 and 4. The wind of even mixed forever with the sweet emotion. Already at life's card. Member line 5 and 8. Nothing in the world is single, all things by law defined in one separate meat and mango. Why not? I with time. Line 9 and 12. See the mountain gets high even in the words clap one another. No sister flower would be forgiven if it disdained his brother. Line 30 and 16. And the sunlight colors the earth, and the mountains kiss the sea. What is all this sweet word would if two kiss not me? Love, philosophy, poetic, this divine figurative language, alliteration. Love, philosophy, you said alteration too clever and this liberate effect. The first instant appear in line 7. In one separate main and mingle in this line, the poem first describes the context of the law divine, that all things should unify and come together, and the poem argument by using a shared sound she aimed to connection. The line contained to show the maid and mind that the poem describers are all fire with also related to the, the firing that the speaker describes with the prospective lover. Sound in line 7 are the first alliterative fire in the poem, but not the last. A second fire the poem in line 9. See the mountain is high, even this side should have the address a pack of creating. This the sort of the prayerlessness which first perfectly with the line "Disly violet" reflects to sexual passion. The other example of the alliteration in the poem occurs in the poem Penultimate line. What is all this sweet word wood? In this line, the fire in the shared soul in the joyness by the presiding this instant of the soul. We say farther in distant way. The alliteration in this line therefore recap the sparing of the earliest line. Spring firing that the speaker wants to create with the addresses but Astra. That's where that begins the line and upsizes the poem and the all. But the Astra also appraises the one that begin the line and the explicates that the poem and the all of the example the speaker has cited are all connected to the speaker. A limit question about whether the addresses would give into a case. Rhyme is sign of philosophy has a highly regular rhyme and sign are stanza run A B A B C D C D. In other words, our line is fired with another line to rhyme the A rhyme in the rhyme in line 1 to the A rhyme in the line 3, the B rhyme in the line 2 to the B to the B rhyme in the line 4, and so forth. As with many other of the technique used in this poem, in which a speaker asks to pair up physically with the addresses. The rhyme scheme also created prayer in the way the rhyme scheme ability represents and exactly and the defined law that the speaker is saying exists and this and is the basic for why the addresses should go along with this updated education. Not that not that not all of the rhymes in the poem are full rhyme. Refer ever, for example, or even forgiven. But even this occasional line rhymes serve to excise the other perfect rhyme. One vitally important full rhyme is the first one, in which she is rhymed with me. The orderly poetry of this rhyme given in large line a sense of conclusion and completion as though the speaker argument is not done, that all is led to do inevitably is case. Everything you need book read. Philosophy by Percy Shelley, British Romantic poet Percy Shelley, first published the first case of seductive argument of Paul's. Conclusion: philosophy is the love of wisdom. Love is an incompletion. The symposium is structured as a series of stories or speeches about love and philosophy. It determines and the connection between love and philosophy, indicating that about art and uniting a movement between ignorance and knowledge, large and fulfillment. These roles of lovers and beloveds become equivocally intercalate, juxtaposed the reflection on the appreciation of a personal principle that the equated with the Freudian conception of the pleasure principle. Love protests a close source of completion that would and the mediation and oscillation of love bringing together philosophies and story of love and reading. This representation as you working dissemination and deconstruction. So the swinging of love, philosophy, and cultural erosion, all their unravel finally says closer and totally opposing the sharing and the openness or opposite that creates connection between self and the other in sociality.